Nobody's gonna whoop you. Who's gonna whoop you if you do it? Nobody. And it was my who's gonna whoop me year, and nobody was gonna whoop me because I'm grown.
I'm sitting here unwhooped. Like, I'm good. Hey y'all, my name is Denasia and I'm a 24-year-old type A black girl from Las Vegas. I currently live in Jersey, working as a corporate girly in the beauty industry.
Hey y'all, my name is Faith, and I'm a 25-year-old type A black girl from AZ, living in Denver, working as a corporate girly in tech.
When it comes to life, it's literally always something, especially as a type A black girl.
No matter what area you're in, Girl Talk always makes it better.
Get ready to enjoy an hour of us yapping about friendships, relationships,
And things we've learned along the way as type A black girls. Hope you enjoy.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Hey everyone, welcome to season 10. Not even gonna throw an episode out there, just season 10.
Not gonna label it.
Mm-mm.
For those of y'all that are watching us on YouTube, this is probably the first time you've seen these backgrounds in a long time.
A minute, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like as we mentioned last season, we're moving into this new schedule hybrid where we're doing half our episodes that are more current and half of them that we filmed back in the studio in like July 2024. So you'll
Yeah,
be seeing a mix of different hairstyles, eras, us
yeah.
at different time periods.
Hmm.
But a lot of the girlies did request, like, okay, we kind of miss seeing you guys every single week. We miss hearing from y'all and knowing what you're doing in your lives every day, because when we batch film, you guys are seeing us from like maybe
Months.
4 points in the year. Yeah, like you don't know what's going on between every other quarter of our lives. So
Really.
if you see us in these backgrounds, just know that this is a very recent episode. It's probably filmed in the last 2 weeks and
Oh
we're not
yeah,
releasing it. So
absolutely. Yeah. But before we start, let's go ahead and get into our classroom announcements. We have a few because this is one of the first episodes. But we are going to have a basically New Year pajama party. It's going to be on January 26th. We'll be posting it on Instagram as well as stories. And also, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, go ahead and open up that phone. Type A Black Girls. We're trying to hit. I would love to hit 5K, but we really want to hit 2K.
yeah.
So 2K at minimum, 5K. I'm not even going to put a cap on us. 2K at minimum, okay, for 2025. And also, if you've been here for some time, you know we love our free suggestion box and we love answering the questions from the girlies. We are no therapists and there is no legal obligation, but we do love answering the questions. So if you have any questions, comments, literally anything, please send it into our free suggestion box. Actually, stop what you're doing, go to our link tree, go to our free suggestion box. And even if it's just, hey girl, love the way y'all did this, or hey girl, I'm failing this class, please help. Like, we're gonna try. We're going to try to help, but we really want to build back up that community because I feel like some when we went in person, we kind of lost a little bit of the community because we weren't doing it weekly. But
Yeah.
we tried, we liked it, but then it's like, where the girls at? So please, we love y'all down. Okay, we already know that. But you already know that. Also, type A Black Girl of the Month is coming back. So please interact and repost anything we do post because we literally we sat down last week for about 2 hours and basically did the whole year. Obviously, very type A, but we just needed an admin
Schedule.
call. Yeah, we needed a schedule
Yeah.
with posting, with meeting. Like we're meeting every single week. Like this is the year of the type of Black girls. Last year we said that, and we really did mean it because we went to Culture Con. We filmed a lot of big guests. We filmed in person. I went to New York 4 times. It was the year of the type of Black girls, but it feels different this year.
For sure. For sure,
Yeah.
you're right on. It definitely feels like it feels like this year I think last year there was so much happening with us being in the studio for the first time and us just
Mhm.
worried about like when we get to New York, we are batch filming, we are on that couch
Yeah.
grinding. And we
Hmm.
were. Every
We
single week
were.
y'all saw us doing that. Just know like this entire season that you guys will see, we filmed that in the entire week. Like after our 9 to 5s. That was
Yeah.
our 5 to 9.
Hmm.
So I think with that, it was a lot going on. We were very overwhelmed. I think
Yeah.
in full transparency, we were not as consistent as we wanted to be with y'all. So this is the year of consistency.
The year. Yeah. in life and type A black girl.
Consistency. Like we are already type A, but really type A it up for sure.
Yeah, because last year I really wasn't type A.
Girl, we was very type P, dare I say.
Yeah, it was in murky waters last year. Like it was very type P, but it's getting I think we figured out a better balance between type A and type P.
Yeah. And I think
Yes.
that's type B.
I would say I feel like I can't call myself a full type B, but I could call myself a type A minus.
You know, maybe a B plus on Sundays. Like we can work with that.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? A minus, B plus, I'll give me that because I'm not type A no more. I'm so much relaxed until I get around my siblings, and then I need a stress ball. But besides that, if back to the type A Black Girl of the Month, please interact and repost on our type A Black Girl post on Instagram and comment on YouTube if you'd like to be in the running, and we'll post it at the first week of every month. So we'll post it the first week of February. And finally, if you do live in LA or in the South, we do hope the girlies are safe. And if you'd like to donate, we do have a few donation links in our link tree. And if you or a loved one are going through a hard time with the LA fires or the cold freezingness is crazy. The coldness of in the South, you go ahead and DM us a GoFundMe link, and we'll add that to the donation links in our link tree. So we definitely want to make sure we hit on that because we do know we have listeners in LA and in the South. So yeah, I just want to make sure that we just want to make sure that the girlies are taken care of, and we want to make sure we can do as much as possible on our end for y'all.
Yeah, and on that also, like we did post about the LA fires and places you can donate. So even if you don't know anyone personally, but you still want to go and support or help from wherever you're at, in our link tree also we do have links to where if you're from different states, you can still donate clothes or find ways to send money to people. So
Yeah,
you can help from wherever you're at.
big facts, absolutely. But yeah, y'all, we are super excited to actually start recording. This is our first recording session of the year. So let's get straight into question of the week. And we're skipping RBT because if you listen to the last episode or the last episode of season 9, we are doing a full episode of RBT later on in the month. So at the end of every month, we will be doing a full RBT, like what's really going in our lives. That can make it to Spotify and Apple and YouTube, and then whatever we can't is going to go to Patreon. But y'all already know that. Anyways, question of the week: when does your new year actually start, moms?
Yeah, for me that started on January 6th. Did not storm the Capitol, but I did for sure. I stormed that vision board down, girl.
Down.
The new year started, well, Christmas was on Wednesday. The new year
Yeah.
started on Wednesday, and it just didn't feel right. Like I felt like my week was thrown off. I had to go to work on Thursday. And I was like, yeah, I just, like time literally isn't real. Like my new year starts when I want it to start. So
Yeah.
January, that next Monday, I said Monday feels like a fresh beginning. And that's when I started my goals. So I honestly, like during that whole week, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just continue doing what I'm doing, and then we'll see how I feel on January 6th. But I woke up bright and early, January 6th, 6 a.m. I went to the gym, girl. I was locked in. Like I was like, no, this is a new year for sure. New year, new me, actually. Like I was that lady on the steps when she go into the new year.
Yeah, I do think this is the lady on the steps year.
I feel like the lady on the steps.
I can see that. I definitely can see that. Honestly, now that you say that like for me, November and December are like my prep months because November is the start of my new year because it's my birthday. I'm a Scorpio. And Scorpios are like very serious about their birthdays. Like I've never met a Scorpio who's not serious about their birthdays. Like it's like do or die vibes. And then December is like the holidays and you spend all this money because of this, that, and the third, like, and you're traveling and da 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 da. I know for us, we definitely was traveling, and then it's like the family, and it's like when you're with your family, especially between after Christmas and before and New Year's Day, those days don't exist. So you see what I'm saying? Those literally don't exist. So then that when I got back the second, I took off that Thursday and Friday. I said nobody's even working today. It's not even that deep. So I took off those days, and I basically used that time in the weekend to like develop like what I my goals and my bingo board. And I don't do vision board just because my analness, I am just not a creative person until it becomes editing, because I'm like, if I start cutting this out and I accidentally cut off somebody's head, I'm gonna be pissed off. Or like my brain just does not work aesthetically. I'm just not an aesthetic person, and I had to accept that last year. And it's okay. That's why we have Denasia, because Denasia is the aesthetic person here. But yeah, I basically started on January 6th. All of my like exercising stuff, I cannot wake up at 6 a.m. That's just not something I'm doing. 7 a.m. minimum. Like I just
and I wish I had that, but since I be going to the office, I have to start at 6 because if
actually have.
not, I gotta commute in, and it's just a whole freaking thing. I love to sleep. If I could start my days later, that's
Yeah.
actually my dream.
Yeah. I saw one of our type A black girls. Her name is Kayla. She posted a 4 a.m. morning routine. Oh,
She's
no.
God's strongest. Kayla,
You're
you're listening.
a
You are God's strongest because I applaud you. First of all, if I wake up and it's dark outside, I'm going back to sleep.
I'm not doing that. Are you kidding? I'm not doing that. Like, okay, on the weekend, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, let me just get ahead of my day. So after I go to the gym and make breakfast, I can knock out and I have a lot of my stuff done. So I've been trying to do that, but like, I worked out yesterday, and I'm trying a Meg Thee Stallion workout routine. My muscles are in pain. I'm slinging that right now. It hurts to pick up things. My muscles are growing. I wanted to sleep the rest of the day. I know myself. I can't eat a heavy breakfast in the morning, and I can't go to the gym in the morning, or the whole day will be ruined. So it's smoothie, water, and exercise after a meeting for an hour, and use it as my lunch break. Like that's kind of what I have to do. So, yeah.
Man, honestly, my gym anxiety is the only reason why I feel like I have to go in the gym in the morning because there's less people. Yesterday, I went and it was like 7 p.m. I go in there, it is 11 men.
No.
I said, what is going on with all y'all up in here? I literally walked in and it took everything in me to not turn around. Like, I get so anxious in the gym already. I feel like everyone's watching me. I feel like I'm doing all the moves wrong. And I feel like one of these freaking gym farts are going to come over, like, maybe fix your form. Like, I can't. Like, I literally get so anxious with it. And so when I walked in, especially around the dudes, because they be like jacked and
like,
grunting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please stop making noises because I can hear you over my music and that's not okay.
No.
But literally I walked in and I literally had to keep repeating to myself, Denasia, follow the plan, not your mood. Follow the plan, not your mood. Because my mood was get the hell up out of there. I was so irritated. I was like, they're all on the machines. They not wiping they shit down. Like one guy got up. It's just a whole ass print up in there with just sweat. The fact that I stuck through and did that, and I was doing like glutes, and I didn't even feel comfortable doing my hip thrusts. Like that is just too sexual of a move to be doing with 11 men in the gym.
Bro, everything on Meg Thee Stallion's thing, I'm literally looking up word for word. RDL, lift, like I'm looking up everything. Today, I was like, okay, like it's 2 p.m. Like nobody should be in there. Why were there like 5 people in there? Not only did I almost go back down the elevator, because I had my tripod. I had my tripod. And I said, Faith, this is not embarrassing. This is for your career. This is not embarrassing. This is for your career. Like it was like we had the same experience, but just different. Because 11 men, I do not know if the tripod would have gone up. And I had the mic, so I was talking. And
bro, mind you, that's the worst part. Is just the anxiety in general. I would have to turn around if I had the mic. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And my gym is like an apartment. Like it's not even a real gym. It's in my apartment building. So we are all up on each other. It's a small ass gym.
Oh, I've never been inside. I never looked when I went down there.
Girl, it's not big at all. And I remember I was gonna do some like cable kickbacks. I feel like I'm damn near doing the Meg Thee Stallion challenge too, because all these are like glute, like leg focused, and I can't walk no more. I go to do the kickbacks, and like some man has these little things that you pull down to like work
Yeah.
whatever step this is. I don't know, girl. I don't know the
Mhm.
muscles. But he was working on that, and he left. Like he left and he came back. But I didn't realize his stuff was still there. So I was like, oh, he just left the gym. Like I can use it now. I took his little thing off. He comes back in 5 minutes later, and he was like, I was using that.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
I took my headphone. I said, huh? He was like, I was using that. I said, oh, I'm sorry. Like you left the gym. He was like, but my stuff is still there. How was I supposed to know that black freaking iPhone case and that Steelers wallet was yours? Like, please. I was so irritated. After that, I said, you can have it. And I left. I packed it up after that. I'd already done 3 other workouts. I did the freaking Bulgarian split squats. I hate those
No,
things.
no.
I'm falling over because I don't got no balance. Like, bro.
I'm not doing that.
I've been so good about being consistent, but that was about to break my streak. I'm not gonna hold you.
The work for this year really is consistency. Like I'm like, if I can do this through June, I will be a whole nother person.
Literally.
That's it. I have to get through June. Once we get through June, oh, that is the new faith. That's literally the new faith. Because I've never last year, because we took pictures, I was consistent the entire month of January. But after I came back from New York, I said, all right, cool, that's enough. But because right now it's all about exercising to fit and stay fit in the clothes that I like. I've thrifted, I've sheened down, I've Amazon down. I figured out all the clothes I like. I cannot gain 3 sizes or 4 sizes like I did in COVID and have to buy a whole new wardrobe. I cannot afford a whole new wardrobe. I'm trying to buy a house.
Man, listen, I get that. Like for me, it's like I need to not be wanting to work out just because I have a trip coming up and I want to look good for the trip. That is a good motivation, but it's like I want to do it because I actually want to be healthy and have healthy habits. Like
Healthy.
I
Yes.
need to not just be motivated by like, oh, well, I got to be in a bikini in 3 months, so I got to lock in. And then once I'm out of the bikini, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I don't got to do it. Like I
Yeah.
really want to actually build the habits. And I literally told myself, I was like, if you can make it 6 months, you're solid.
You are good. You can do it.
You could do anything.
You can literally do anything. Like I will feel unstoppable. But we'll get into our goals. Let's get into our top 5 accomplishments of last year because we really didn't have an episode on that.
Yeah, we didn't. And I don't even know if we had an episode about our goals either.
I don't think we did. I think we were just so excited to get into the studio. We weren't really focused on that.
At all. We said screw the goals.
No, let's get into the studio. So one of mine is eloping. You guys will get that episode this season. It'll be a very long season, but you guys will get the elopement episode. It by the time y'all get it, we might just have hit a year, but that's neither here nor there, actually. I'll just go through mine because they're not really intense. But going to Japan for a honeymoon, that was lit. Like we got to cross off another continent. And y'all, if you are new here, I am married. I be forgetting that we got new people. I am married. We went on a Tokyo honeymoon. We did end up eloping because we'll do a 5-year vow renewal in let's say Barbados, the Virgin Islands, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I also did Faithmas, and I have wanted to do Vlogmas ever since I knew it was a thing, but I never prepped ahead of time, and so I ended up doing Faithmas, but I got sick, and I wanted to batch 30 videos already on YouTube. By the time I hit 15, I got super freaking sick, and after it gave me like 2 weeks to like only post short form, but by the time I was still sick for like a month and a half, I was having migraines every single night because I was working and then editing and working. My sister was like, can you sit down? I'm like, no, I need to be consistent. But like consistency shouldn't be making you sick, you know? Like I was sick and then I was getting my migraines on top of being sick. It was rough. So Faithmas, we might do 12 days of faith this year. I don't know because 30 days really takes a lot out of you. And honestly, Vlogmas is only supposed to be 25, but I just took it too intensely. Y'all, ever since Denasia got her Venture One, I have been wanting to travel credit card, but my credit score was just not there. I got approved for a $300 Capital One credit card when on my flight to North Carolina. If you guys are new here again, I moved to North Carolina for my first job. Native moved to New Jersey, and that's like in the older seasons. If y'all want to hear the lore, but once I got approved for that, I was like, okay, cool. I didn't get that thing didn't get increased for 2 years, 2.5 years. And then after that, it was like the floodgates were open. I finally hit a 700 credit score, and I was getting pre-approvals like that in the mail. And so I now, y'all, not only do I have a travel credit card, because we want to go to Australia this year, but I got a Costco credit card. And I don't know if when you go into Costco, like I feel like maybe this is a personal experience. I don't know, but every time I go into Costco, I'd be like, I'd see that sign for the Costco credit card, and I'd be like, wow, when I'm rich, that's when I can get it. Because the people on Reddit were like, if you can only get that if you have a 750. Don't listen to the people on Reddit. Don't listen to the people on Reddit, because I can tell you, I don't got no 750. And they sent me a pre-approval letter, and I was like, mind you, it was a week after I had got my travel credit card, and I was like, no way, this isn't real. Literally, it was like back to back, and I was like, wow, I hit one of my 2025 goals in 2024, so now I need a new goal. So yeah, I was so lit, and then I was so miserable in my job this time last year. I was miserable. I was applying to everything, and this is when the job market was horrible. I'm sure it still is, but it was really bad last year. And I was able to get a new job. And when you want a new job so bad, and you get the new job, and you're just like, I know I prayed for this. I know I wrote in my devotional for this, but
man, this is the job I prayed for, and now I gotta go to it.
Now I gotta go to it. Like, and it's not even the job. It is my manager. Literally, she is a micromanager. And I've been trying to be a little bit more empathetic and understand where other people are coming from. I'm like, you know what? If I was first generation, her ethnicity, and like a manager, and my name was on everything, I unfortunately could see myself acting this way. Like, I get it. Your name is on it. But I feel like you do have to let your employees fail in one way or another so that they can learn. That's not her ministry at all. She'll be like, before you send that PowerPoint, set up some time with me so I can look at it. Mind you, she hired me because I was presenting to VPs. I know how to make PowerPoint. So I'm just like, she's not coming for your character or your knowledge. It's just her. She be talking over me. I don't turn my camera on because I literally be like this. Like, I be so pissed off. But I'm like, Faith, it's a job. It's a good paying job, and you really don't have to do much. So lock in, and if all you got to do is silently scream every few minutes, that's just what you got to do. So I've been really in my grateful, empathetic bag. But I know I said it wasn't going to be intense, but then I was talk for 17 minutes. So, moms, what are your top 5 accomplishments for this year? Last year.
Yes, 2024. What a year. First off, I went to Africa. That was a huge to do for me, a huge bucket list item. So I was really happy I went there. I was just going through my videos because we're remaking our intro. And I was like, wow, I'm trying to go back to Zanzibar. If I could recommend any place in the world, Zanzibar, Tanzania. Yeah. It's beautiful. Like, I almost cried because I was like, bro, I mean, I'm sitting here in 20-degree weather. Like, I should be there right now. I'm fighting for my life. It's literally like brick degrees. I got a promotion. I got promoted to a senior analyst, so I feel very good about that. I graduated my management trainee program. And if y'all don't know, I work at L'Oreal. I work in beauty, and I did a management trainee program for 2 years in finance. So I finally graduated. I turned a tassel, and I got a really good year under review too. And I'm happy about that because I changed managers, and like that transition was just a lot going on. So I was like, I don't know how this is gonna like reflect on paper. And they were like, Denasia, like, we really are proud that you're doing basically a lot. Like, you don't have to do a lot outside of your actual day-to-day job, but you be volunteering for Black History Month panels and talking to the recruitment kids and doing all these types of things. So they gave me like a higher rating on the people, like our people rating.
Oh, love. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I love that. Because I was doing a lot of stuff, and I was like, I don't even know if what I'm doing is getting noticed. Like if I stop
Mhm.
doing it, would anybody even care? So like when
Yeah.
they brought that up and I didn't have to bring it up with like me trying to say like, okay, this is what I did this year, me bragging on myself during the year in review, I
Yeah.
felt so seen. And honestly, it's a sign for the girlies. If you do have a year in review or like a quarterly review, write down everything you have done for that company. I'm talking
Yeah.
about even if you set up for the town hall or y'all got a team meeting and you help set up for that, or you
Mhm.
just do something small, literally write it all down because all of that I brought to my year in review. And I was
Yeah.
like, I've been doing X, Y, and Z from the beginning of the year till now. And half of
Mhm.
it, they were like, we didn't even know you was doing that. And I was like, well, now you know. And I
There you
thought I
go.
told you, but now you know.
Yeah. Mhm.
So that was a really big one for me because y'all know I'm a type A girly and I'm better at it now. But in the beginning, when I first started working there, it's like it's hard to not make your job or school your entire personality
Mhm.
and not make it something that you just like go ham on because that's you're used to school being your identity. So then when you graduate or if you graduate college and go to like a big girl job, now that's the only thing you're focused on day to day. Like it's
Yeah.
very easy to get caught up in that. So I put a lot of value in that.
Mhm.
My other one of my goals for 2024 was to actually like really show up for my friends and family, especially like when it comes to events or like just big things they have going on, like making sure I'm always present for that. And I feel like I was doing it before, but I wasn't as intentional with it. So like
Yeah.
my main thing was like say yes and show up. If my friend is like, "Hey, Tanisha, like we're gonna go out for drinks to celebrate so and so's promotion," and I'm like, "Damn, like I had a long hard day at work. Like I don't really feel like leaving the crib. It's cold outside." I tell myself, "Hey, show up. Just show up for at least 15, 20 minutes. Stop by."
Yeah.
Show face because it
Mhm.
literally makes so much of a difference. And I just went to an event like 2 weeks ago that my friend was hosting, and she was like, "Oh, like I'm just trying to, like build community out here." And that day I did not want to go. I'm not gonna lie. I was not feeling it. I was not having a good day. But I was like, no, I feel like if roles were reversed, I want people to show up for me. So I
Facts.
showed up and I said, I'm gonna stay there for 20 minutes and I'm gonna leave.
Mhm.
And I showed up and she was like, I'm so grateful to see your face because I was
Mhm.
just so worried no one would come. And like,
Oh.
even if you're able to come for a second, like that means a lot. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So that was a big one for me. Like showing up even when I don't really feel like it in the moment. Cause usually once I go, I don't ever regret going. Like I have
Yeah.
a good time. It's just the
Mhm.
point of getting there.
Getting up and go.
Um Okay. Another one, I went to Essence for the first time. That was a huge we talked about that last year. Now this year we want to go with Essence as type A black girls.
Yes.
This past year I went with L'Oreal and it was my first time and that was amazing. Like I New Orleans was my dream city to go to in the US because of Princess and the Frog. So that was amazing. I loved it. And my last one is that I feel like last year was the first year that I truly learned how to be alone, like as far as like not dating anybody either, like relationship wise, I was single all year. I got out of a relationship at the end of 2023, so I came
Yeah.
into the new year no man, no nothing. And this was also the first time that I feel like with me living alone and also being single, I like truly experienced being alone and learning how to cope with that. And I feel
Mhm.
like I really locked in with Denasia that year. Like I feel like I learned a lot about myself and I'm excited for 25 this year because I feel like the frontal lobe is coming together and it's developing. But I think
Yeah.
last year like I grew so much. And I know I've said this before on the podcast, but I feel like if you're a girly and you are moving to a new city, literally don't take anything with you. Don't harbor any baggage into that new city once you come. And
Yeah.
also if you are going into that city single, stay single that first year. You are going to learn a lot just by being alone, especially if you're living alone,
Mhm.
about how you work, how what you enjoy, what you don't like, kind of the process of elimination of things that you actually want to do with your life happens a lot during that first year. And for me, I was in a relationship that first year, so I feel like I kind of
Mhm.
used that as a crutch because I was just like adjusting to things.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend if you are moving and you are starting a new era and you are not already in a committed relationship to stay single until you feel like you're ready. Because
Mhm.
now I've done that full year of being single. I feel like I kind of redid my first year being out here.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, wow, I could actually get in a relationship and feel like I had my time to like be in my Carrie Bradshaw young single learning about me era. Not
Yeah.
being as dumb as Carrie, because Carrie just be doing stupid shit. But
Like, oh, she pisses me
aesthetically,
off.
aesthetically, like I imagine last year is me like running down the street in some little kitten heels, exploring
Yeah.
the world.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are my accomplishments. It was a good year.
It was a good 2024 was a nice, honestly, it didn't do me dirty.
I'd say that. I would say it had its moments. It definitely had its moment. I don't think any year has been perfect for me. Maybe this year will be, but I don't
I
think I had
wouldn't
to
say
compare.
perfect, but it wasn't like, wow, it really kicked my butt. Like, other than
Mm,
doing the engagement party and realizing like how non-fundamental fundamental skills are,
mm.
and really being like, you know what, certain things don't matter because at the end of the day nobody's dead. That's what last year taught me. Nobody's
Hey.
dead, so relax.
And you know what? I feel like also last year was the first year I was like, it really clicked like you're a grown ass woman.
Hmm.
That really clicked last year. And for me, that was more of like a you don't, not that you don't owe anybody anything, but it's like you can move through the world unapologetically. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
are grown. No one's gonna scold you. You're not gonna get in trouble for living. Like I feel like I was constantly, maybe this is also something if you have strict parents, like you feel like once you go into the real world and you're working and doing school and whatever, like you're constantly in fear of something, like you're gonna get in trouble for something or like you're doing something wrong. I think last year was the first year that I kind of let go of that and I was like, girl, you're fine. Like there's nothing, no one's gonna punish you, no one's gonna come and fight you over whether or not you came to the office at this time or that time. Like the small things that I have anxiety about, I'm like, literally, you're fine. You're a grown woman. You're doing everything the way you're supposed to. Stop having anxiety over things that are very, very minuscule.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of talking to myself. Like, nobody's gonna whoop you. Who's gonna whoop you if you do it? Nobody.
Tuh.
And it was my who's gonna whoop me here, and nobody was gonna whoop me because I'm grown.
Bro, I'm sitting here unwhooped. Like I'm good.
Like I had to shut a lot of my stupid anxieties down. Like, girl, like, you don't have to do that thing just because somebody else wants you to. If just their action alone, if like let's say it's a family member, if they didn't have that title, based on their actions alone, would you still want to do it? Okay, well then you don't gotta go. And this really applies to the holidays. Like, I really put my foot down 2023, but I almost didn't put my foot down 2024, but because people showed their true colors, even though the colors were already shown, I was like, okay, well, perfect. Hey, perfect. Like, I was supposed to have a conversation with my dad, and that is all of anybody who's my friend. That is their biggest op, okay, towards me.
Number one.
Number one up there. And I was supposed to meet with him to say like, hey, um, in 2023 or at the top of 2024, we had the conversation. You need to be a better dad. I would like to you to see. I would like to see actions. Did not see us. I saw actions, but it was like, okay, this is like a friend action. This is not a dad action. And we were supposed to meet, and the day that I said we were supposed to meet, hey, baby girl, I don't have any days off. Well, why the frick did you say yes to the day then?
Right.
You work at the North Pole? How do you not have the 23rd off? So that was supposed to be the conversation of, hey, if you want to be a grandparent, you need to start now. Because it's not going to give, oh, once he has grandchildren, then he becomes a good granddad. No, 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 buckaroo.
Mm-mm.
You don't get to see your grandchildren. And that's the conversation we were supposed to have. And he was like, well, I can't meet, but you can come to Christmas. That wasn't even in the
That wasn't even not even an option.
that wasn't even an itinerary in Google Sheets. What? So now I did almost go because my little brother kind of guilt tripped me. Like, I think the cousins really love to see you because this year is going on the third year of me not seeing my family. But it's like, I've kind of come to terms with it. I'm done
Right.
paying for therapy. $100 to talk about a man who's not going to change. This applies to the YNs too. Okay, not just our fathers. Why they're not going to change? So just
If you can't change the man, change the man.
change the man. very true.
But like, come
It's
on.
extremely true. Unfortunately, I cannot change my father, but there, but there should be no version of life where my husband is calling my dad and saying, "You need to be a better dad." That's not
Girl,
real. That's literally not real. Are you kidding?
not
That's
in
like something
2025.
not I can tell you that. I can tell you that. So I'm like, hey, Buckaroo, you missed out your opportunity. You missed out. Okay. But yeah, y'all. 2024 was cute. 2024 was cute, but 2025 really is our year. Like, I feel like I've been seeing so many YouTube thumbnails with that. Like, I don't know what's in the air.
I feel like this is also because we were robbed of like 2 years with COVID.
Yeah.
And I feel like 2023 and 2022 were like weird adjustment years after that. I feel like
Yeah.
last year was kind of the first normal year where like
Yeah.
things were settling, and now it feels like things are back to normal. So I think that
Mhm.
has something to do with it too,
Yeah.
personally.
No, absolutely. But let's get into our top goal for type A Black girls. For me, I really want to get invited on a brand trip. I've never seen a brand take a podcast, so I don't know what that would look like. But it's like if God could turn water into wine, He can have us go on a brand trip as a podcast. I feel like that's
Right.
easy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a lot of the things that we have on our list are kind of like paths that we haven't really seen podcasters take, I guess you could say. And it's
Yeah,
like it's not that we're influencers, but I do think we have influence through the people that we when people are listening to us. So
exactly.
brand trips, sponsorships, things like that. I feel like more people should have podcasters
Yeah.
doing those things because we can actually talk about it for longer than 30 seconds on Instagram.
Exactly. You know what? Why hasn't the market entered podcasts? Like, yes, like different brands have here and there, but like we could really make a whole episode on the brand trip. Huh?
Like the whole experience, and really promote and give a story time so people actually feel connected to the brand that we're talking about. Bro, come on, this is a pitch. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to make
We're
something
gonna
shake.
workshop that.
Yeah, we're gonna workshop it, but like on the marketing end, we have been very intense about like, okay, scheduling, okay, this has been posted, check mark, and then Denasia more so on like the sponsorship reaching out in. So we have our sections where we need to do our big one in. And I feel like January through June, if we could really make some shake, puh,
Man, come
yeah,
on. Come
yeah.
on.
Hmm.
Yeah, on that note, oh yeah. Well, one of my goals for Type A Black Girls is for us to get an in-person season sponsored completely.
Yeah.
We spent racks on racks on racks.
Hmm.
No Tyga last year. We spent so much
It's a lot of
Oh my
money.
god, we spent tax return gonna go stupid, but we spent so much money on
Yeah.
Type A Black Girls as a business out of
Hmm.
our own personal wallets. So we really want to work on getting an in-person season sponsored. And honestly, we've been doing very good about our goals. Honestly, like the fact that we
Yeah.
went to CultureCon last year, the fact that we even did an in-person season last year, like I feel like we're doing our big one. So I'm proud of
Yeah.
us.
Hmm.
Now, moms, what are your top girls for? Not your top girls, your top girl goals for this year, and how are you going to achieve them?
Yeah. So we'll go back and forth like we have been a whole episode. But it's I think my overarching theme is doing it for my future self. Because like whether that's health, whether that's like my mental health, whether that's my outfits, like I've been just trying to be really intentional. And like I was listening to Balanced Black Girl, and she asked
Oh,
us,
we
right,
love less.
love less, and you'll see why soon. She told us to write down 3 words we want to embody, and those 3 words for the year for me are consistent, intentional, and put together. And I actually have a wall with all of my goals. Well, I guess I did make a vision board, but it's just check boxes with all my creator goals. And like anytime I don't want to be consistent, I'm sitting in this chair, or intentional or put together, like I'm looking back at that. So I like this, that encapsulates everything. Anything I want to do, I need to put my all into it. And on the health side, I've been like really Nara Smithing it down. Like I've been spreading my own cheese. And I feel like that's the start. Like I'm like, and damn, you got me a stand mixer. It's about to get real homemade bread, homemade butter in here. And I'm very excited. Like I feel like when you turn 25, it's like we need to make bread, but like on both versions. Like I want to make bread for my stand mixer, but I also need to make some money. Like how am I about to make some money? Like that's where the money at?
Okay. We
Where
making
the
two types of cheese. Like,
two types of cheese for real, okay? Milk and cow. But that's kind of like my overarching one. But moms, what's one of yours?
yeah, for me, same. Discipline is my main goal this year, especially when it comes to like eating healthier and working out. Those are my actually like that actually might be my number one goal for this year is to get really disciplined when it comes to eating and working out, because that's
Mhm.
the one thing that I feel like I sacrifice the easiest. Like I will, if
Mhm.
I have a hard day, I'm like, oh, I can't eat lunch, I got to get this done. Or like
Yeah,
if I had a hard week, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to work out but I'm just so exhausted, like let me just sleep in, I deserve to rest. Yes,
yeah,
I deserve the rest, but at the same time I'm so quick to sacrifice that stuff. And health is wealth. Like if my body stops working, I'm no longer doing any of this.
yeah,
Period. And a
yeah.
lot of that I did kind of go through that a little bit after last year when I got hit in the head. For y'all who don't know, you can go back and watch one of those. I'll list it somewhere. I got hit in the head with a golf club. It was intense, and I was in the hospital. And
Yeah,
sure I could have died from that. And that really kind of made things click. Like, you need to get your shit together. You need to realize that everything you have can literally be gone tomorrow.
yeah.
And yeah, so I feel like that's also part of the reason why I have this mentality now. But I was just like, no, I need to be very disciplined about that. And a lot of it is just putting me first. Like, I need to eat, I need to work out, I need to take care of my body before I handle anything else. That's everything else is secondary, essentially.
Hmm.
So I saw this quote on TikTok that said, follow the plan, not your mood. That has been my motto. That's why
Hmm.
my ass stayed in the gym when there was 11 men in there yesterday. Follow the plan, not your mood, and choose your hard. It's going to be hard regardless. You might as
Regardless,
well choose the one that's going to benefit you in the long run. So those
yeah,
are my actual like my biggest goals for the year.
yeah, yeah. I think choose your hard, follow your goals, not your mood. Is that what the second one was?
Follow the plan, not your mood.
Follow the plan, not your mood. And I'm trying to think another doing it for my future self. All kind of can encapsulate each other because, like, literally laying down, like, I really don't want to go to the gym. The way my little arms, they feel like little spaghetti sticks right now. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you're going to want to get in shape one way or another. You'd rather get in shape now when it doesn't really take much and eat healthy now when it really doesn't take much then, and I know I'm predisposed to diabetes because in college I was pre-diabetic. So come 30, I don't want to be pregnant with gestational diabetes and be like, I could have done this earlier.
Yep.
But now it's hard and I'm going through so much. And like I also want the pregnant snapback to be easy. And if I don't work on it now, my mom's always like, yeah, girl, you gonna gain 60 pounds. Can you please? Literally, why? She's like, and your note is gonna spread so much. My
I
note is one of my favorite things about my face. I started looking up boob jobs because I said, "Oh, I'm getting mommy makeover after this." I'm not. I will breastfeed all my babies, but just know, Dammy, start saving up because after that third kid, I'm getting it all. You know,
tightened up.
I
Listen,
know.
I let's just say the PR team for pregnancy is doing terrible. They need a new PR agent because it's not selling me. I'll tell you that. The lady with the list, yeah, your nose is gonna spread. What? Why would I want that? Your hair falls out. Okay. I saw one lady said her nipples fell off.
What?
I said, well, there's an adoption agency not far. I don't know, because what are we talking about?
I
And I got
think
to do
that's
jingles for the rest of my life? Like, what?
bro, on TikTok, and we're gonna get into the TikTok ban, but the ladies that be like, okay, we're gonna do it now. One, two.
I'll be trying girl, I'll be trying to catch up. I'll be like, wait, I missed the last one. I'm like, she's going fast.
You practice, huh,
I don't know how she moves that fast. I,
bro?
I
And we
don't
are
got that.
talking. I'm in the comments like, I'm like, oh, we are doing it together, bro.
Bro, I love that we have the same For You page because I definitely, the Kegel lady has been on my page. She been on my ass. I'm like, damn, I need to stop liking these videos so she don't keep popping up.
Oh no, it was like a week or two. She hasn't been on mine in a minute, but we're okay. Let's because I'm looking at the time. Let's get back. What is it? I also have a goal of moving to AZ. So right now we're saving up, and I'm doing like a low buy year. Here's the thing. My Amazon cart is so full. I just want to buy. I did not realize how much I want to buy stuff, and it's not even like clothes and stuff. It's just my hyperfixations. Right now, it's bread. I'm like, oh, I need to put a scale in there. I need to put a whisk in there. I need a cheese grater. I need a rotary. I'm like, well, do you need? So I'm really trying to limit my overconsumption. But y'all know me from day one. I've never been overconsumption girl at all.
Yeah.
Like I think last year I got in my spending bag, and I'm an extremist, so I went into extreme. But it's just like an extremist is crazy, but y'all know me. But yeah, because we're saving to Arizona, and it's like I also have some trips in there, not many, but a few, because we want to go to Australia. I do have to save and not spend as much, which is a little bit hard. But to your point of showing up like you did last year, because I have my core friend group, I'm like, you know what? I have a decent amount of friends now where like I could comfortably be like, hey, here's $50 for gas. Here's $100, like, because I'm not spreading myself thin because I got 60,000 friends. You see what I'm saying? As well as my family, like showing up to my sister's track meet and like things like that for the family members that I care about. Because there's not many at this point. If you didn't have that title, I don't even know if I'd follow you on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? And actually, the unfollow button is getting clicked very easily. But yeah, what's another one of yours, moms?
Another one is saving up for grad school. That one is, child. Honestly, once I go to grad school, we can have a whole episode on all of that because I have so many questions. No one in my family has gotten an MBA before, and I'm kind of new to this whole funding school when you're no longer an undergrad and you no longer qualify for hella scholarships. So that's a whole other thing. I'll talk about that later, but that's a big goal for me. Also staying consistent with hobbies. I think I mentioned this last year. I was like, I really want to start a new hobby. Everybody say, oh, get a hobby. Hobbies are hard when you're type A and you don't like something if you're not good at it immediately. Because why am I trying new things and I'm like, oh, I kind of suck at this. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I don't want to do this no more because I'm not good at it instantly. Yeah. Crocheting, oh my God. I want to I want to stay consistent at a hobby and like actually like we said, give it 6 months and see if I actually like it. And if I get better at it, I'll probably like it better. Yeah. But I really want to actually like stay consistent with a hobby and not just try a million different things and be like, oh girl, I don't like that one either. And just breeze through hella hobbies because I'm not good at them and I get bored of them quick. So that's a big one for me. Yeah. What about you, moms?
To that point, because Demi bought me this pink stand mixer, I'm just gonna say my hobby is baking because I think I can really make some shake and it helps the house. It helps the groceries. So, well, depending on but I'm like, I want to make some focaccia. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about bread making. Like, I'm like, is this 25? What the frick? But I think it's also like, when I tell you today, I've been using that apron you got us like overtime, bro. I mean, tying that bad boy. And I thought I had lost mine, but it was just in our coat closet. So I was using Dammy's. But I'm doing the series called Cooking with Faith, and it has like the misses. It's so cute. So your have been being used for sure.
And you know what? I bought it. I said I need something I know she gonna put on. I said I know that girl be cooking, so.
Oh, I be cooking, bro. I love a good Pinterest, okay? But another one of my goals is consistent growth on socials. Notion is my BFF. Like, Lazoo, they're one of our biggest, like, supporters, and they kept on posting Notion templates here and there last year, and I was like, oh, Notion seems too intense. No, I got on there. You just kind of have to sit with it. You got to sit with it. it's not the easiest, but once it's easy, you good. You can just click templates. It's fine. And Notion has been my literal best friend with just like, okay, today is this. I've been really into a statement of work. I even made a statement of work. Like I've been really into SOWs. And so I made myself like for myself.
No, that's so funny because when you said it, I feel like I was in work. You said statement of work. I said,
No,
yeah,
like
we definitely should make one, but it blew me.
bro, no, literally, I have a morning statement of work. I'm like, listen to the Bible, drink my tea, make my smoothie, take Sydney out. Like, I need routine. I like really thrive on routine. And this is like my first year, mind you, in July, it's going to be my 8th year doing YouTube. I have not been consistent because of one way or another. I'm like, okay, it sucks that this is the year that everybody's coming to YouTube. So it's like, frick, but it's like, regardless, you are not your analytics. And I know I love editing and I know I love talking to myself. And that's what YouTube is. So, being very consistent, and like I have so many creator goals for myself, like so many, and I really want this to be the year where I'm like, I can work but I don't have to. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and then again, becoming a homemaker, stand mixer, and being very intentional about my groceries, not just throwing stuff in my Walmart Plus cart and then cool. I've always been intentional about my groceries, but also healthy groceries and juicing more and things like that. And finally, well, two things. I want to be Elastigirl come Halloween. I got the hips for it. I think the pair. So really I want to be healthy, but I want to be Elastigirl for Halloween. So I got to start now.
Right.
Like I want to be like muscled down, like those backless dresses, and the girl's back just be like nice.
It'd be the line down the middle. Yeah.
That once I see that picture, just know y'all gonna see a lot of back pictures come the fall. I promise you that. And finally, I've been trying to be. I have about 4 different journals. I got a God, I Need You Right Now journal. I got a marriage journal, whether that be bridesmaids or right now it was Dammy, because obviously there's no bridesmaids anymore. But and then like I got this book called like Bible in 52 Weeks, and being very intentional about like doing those devotionals. I have a creator journal where it's like the analytics aren't analyticing, but I'm going to keep on trying. And what else? And then I just have a regular update journal. Like there's a lot of thoughts going up on this brain. So being journal down, being very intentional about my devotional, my journal, and also I have always wanted to finish the Bible. I finished the New Testament last year because the Old Testament and Loki be getting old. I'll be like, okay, how many burnt offerings are we going to do? You see what I'm saying? But it's like, Faith, you do need it's the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Like these are the instructions, So I did the New Testament last year, but I'm going to do the entire thing. And I would recommend, if you are trying to finish the Bible, that Bible in 52 weeks. If you really want it, just DM me. I'll send you out the link. But it will give you the 7th day to rest. It will be like, you don't got to read the Bible today. I said, oh, you get me. It'll be like you can either rest or catch up on the chapter that you missed because you probably missed some. I said, I did. I've never seen.
How'd y'all know that?
How did you know that, girl? This doctor, she eats down. So just being we're trying to be very intentional, just in general for 2025, bro.
Y'all.
That's what it is.
Y'all.
Mm-hmm. And what's your last one, Mom? Or a few?
Yeah. Starting to post more of my day to day. Sometimes I go through these eras where I feel like I really only post on, at least on Instagram, I really only post consistently, or I post what's going on in my life when I'm on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I turn into an influencer. I mean, I'm posting what I ate, I'm posting what I'm wearing. You would be like, whose Instagram did I just stumble upon? Because I don't know this girl. Day to day, it's like you're getting normal shit. Like you're not getting anything. But I remember, I forgot what I posted. I posted something about my day and like what was going on, and just like something happened on the train. I was posting about that, and I actually posted on my main story, supposed to go my close friends, because usually I post my close friends. Yeah. And I realized it, and people were mad interacting with it. They're like, why don't you post more about what's going on? Like you need to just like this is funny stuff. Like you should be posting about. And I was like, dang, that one
Yeah.
slip of the finger, like maybe I could. So I said sometimes I'll just post random thoughts or what's going on in my life and kind of ease my way into it, because I really am a pretty private girly. Not even like intentionally, it's just like that's just how I am. So
Mhm.
I was like, I could give that a shot and see how that goes. It's not like I'm posting like my deepest, darkest secrets. It's literally like 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 simple stuff.
Mhm.
Also, I've been trying to be very intentional is the word of the day. Very intentional about learning daily. And I say
Mm.
this because with the TikTok ban that's happening, which we'll get
Mhm.
into, um 85%, no, I'm gonna say 90% of me is like, I love this app, I hope it doesn't get banned, I love TikTok down, I feel like it's my favorite app. The
Mhm.
other 10% of me is like, low key, if it does get banned, that's probably great for my attention span, because I feel like my attention span is shot. I'm a dopamine addict. I'm addicted to social media. I have an issue with that, and I feel like I wasn't really like that as much in college because there was just so much going on that I just couldn't keep
Yeah.
up. Life is still very busy now, but I feel like I for some reason I just have more of a TikTok addiction more than anything.
It's like an
And
escape.
it is an escape. It's like a third place. Like it's a
Mhm.
place you can go to outside of work and your day to day life that you can just like literally
Giggle.
like I look forward to laying in bed at night and scrolling.
Mhm.
So but I feel like with that it's kind of shot my attention span for one. And I feel like I'm just not as curious anymore. Like I'm not as actively being curious, actively thinking, like actively just being very thoughtful throughout my day. I'm not
Mhm.
really doing that as much as I used to. And I noticed it and I was just like, damn, how do I get back from that? So last year, actually a goal of mine was to read more, and I did read 20 books last year. So
Whoa.
that was a
Yeah,
plus
clap for the heavyweight champ for real.
for real.
Yeah.
Um and I really did get back into my reading bag, so that helped a little bit, but I was like, I need to be more intentional about this. So I said that I basically have like a learning journal where I will just go on YouTube, and whatever I feel like learning about that day, whatever I'm curious about, I'm gonna go and learn that
Mhm.
and just start writing about whatever I learned. And I feel like I
Yeah.
learn better when I write it down. Like that's how
Oh,
if I'm in school, like if I'm studying, I have to write it down to get it. So I said
yeah.
I'm just gonna literally just start picking random topics and just like going through and learning about them, and that'll be my like exploration for the day.
That's super cool.
So
That's super cool. Yeah, because I think maybe 2 years ago I was like, I'm gonna listen to a TED talk every week, and I don't know where that went. I
but
don't know
also
where that
it's
went.
like you got to set realistic goals. I know myself. I know I'm not gonna want to sit and listen to a boring TED talk, or like I'm not gonna force myself to do it. I was like, I'm literally gonna go based off what Denasia is interested that day. Like if I like today, I walked past some scaffolds. I was like, how the hell did I get that up there? I went to work, and during my work session, like when I was working, I literally pulled up a YouTube video on like how to be doing scaffolding, and I literally just wrote it down. I was like, oh, scaffolding, da, da, da. And that was my like daily exploration. And I
Yeah.
started doing like daily word of the day, which I get from New York Times, which is like whatever the word of the day is. So
Yeah.
that it doesn't have to be anything drastic. That's just like my
Right.
start to just like ease into it. But I was just like, I'm not gonna put any limits or any rules on it. I'm just gonna be like, this is what I'm gonna do for each day and figure out how to go with it from there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that and then reading also. I'm a big romance girl, fantasy romance down. I think I've talked about ACOTAR on here. Any ACOTAR girlies, DM me because I have thoughts and I have opinions. I just finished the fourth wing, and the third book is coming out literally next Tuesday. So I'm gonna be at the Target at whenever they open to get that third book because I've been waiting for it. Or I also pre-ordered it, so I'll see whichever one comes in first. But any fantasy romance girls, let me know where y'all at because I'm reading The Cruel Prince right now. It's some crazy shit going on, but that's besides the point. those are all my goals, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll tap in at the end of the year, or maybe even like midpoint in June to
You know
see.
what, June? We're gonna
Yeah,
do yeah, we're gonna do a June. How are those New Year's resolutions coming?
yep,
That would
yep.
be good.
And moms, what are your favorite products this month? Also, while we're wrapping up this
Yes.
episode.
Favorite product this month is my Rio de Janeiro Cheirosa 40. I sprayed it the weekend of the engagement party, and I had bought another Rio de Janeiro, and I left. I ran some errands, and I literally kept on smelling my arm because it smells so good and it lasts
Mm.
the entire time. And I've always wanted to be a Rio de Janeiro girly, but I was just like, it's not in the budget. But I was like, you know what, Faith, like you can splurge on yourself because $40, like That's a meal. Like you can spend $40 on but not on no perfume. When I tell you, the bottle's about this big.
Mm.
I'm a big advocate of spray the perfume, eat the food, use the olive oil. I am a big advocate of using it now because you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. And I've been to the gym, to sleep, to walk Sydney. I've been using all of my things, and I'm like, wow, this is big because I used to have a very big scarcity mindset of like, oh well, what if you done bought it, use it. So, what about you, moms?
For me, I'm a topical. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I'm a topicals lip girl down. I have about 4 of these in all different locations on hand at all times. I got it in my work bag, got it in my personal bag, I got one under my pillow in the bed, and I got one on me. I love this lip balm so much. Like, oh my God. And I'm obsessed. This is gonna be probably on my list every month because I just love this. I probably applied it like 3 times in this episode alone.
Honestly, it does eat like topical, that minty, and they're coming out with the tinted one.
The acai one, girl. I literally I said I got to get through these 4, and then I'm gonna allow myself to buy it because I can't have 5 lip balms just laying around.
No, I do, but it's because I got a bulk pack of the big supply. I have one in probably every purse and everywhere actually because I'm gonna lose it. Come on now.
Okay. I literally, the reason I have 4 is because I also asked for this for Christmas, so this was in my stocking stuffer.
God.
But yeah, I'm getting that tinted one next. That one, that's on my list. And then also the Lumi deodorant is that girl.
Really? You liked it?
I love it.
Wow.
The whole body deodorant?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I love it. The clean powder scent, I love it. That has been my go-to deodorant. I'm obsessed with it. It's probably like one of the best deodorants I've ever used.
Really? When I tell you, I don't know, I think my body chemistry changed. I was trying anything. And I was like, you know what? Let me just try the no aluminum. I tried it because the Cocktails podcasts are always sponsored by them. And I was like, it didn't work on me. And I think maybe just my whatever is just working on overtime. But I'm like, it worked. And then give it a few hours and I was like, kind of smelling like soccer. Kind of smell like soccer.
But this one has aluminum because you know how I feel about non-aluminum deodorant. A lot of y'all need aluminum. We cannot, unless you are detoxing them pits daily.
Yeah,
bring aluminum back. Like,
yeah.
Please. But this one, I'm pretty sure it has aluminum, and it's the lotion form, like where you rub it in.
Oh no, I have the stick, and the thing is, it could be a first good layer, but it cannot be my only layer.
First, not the last.
First, not the only. I can tell you that right now. But I will say another one because I think it also just depends on your body chemistry. One that really worked for me when Shea Moisture came out with deodorant. I said, "What are y'all doing? We're making deodorant." That was probably one of their best moves yet because the brown casing specifically, that junk cured my soccer. Cured my soccer. Like that's one of my dream brands because it really did change my life. Because I was like, wow, like I be sleeping so hard. Come the next morning, I got to shower again because I done slept so hard. I done slept all my deodorant off, and now I smell like soccer. Like, and you know what? That's a little boy soccer at that. Like,
I was gonna say you already y'all when she said soccer, everybody knew that smell. Not only just that though, I think the reason why, actually now I think about it, the reason why I think the Lumi is working is because I don't just use the Lumi. Lume, I don't know how to say it, but I also use glycolic acid. I think I've talked about this in the podcast too.
Oh, you have been
detox with glycolic acid. I put it like the Ordinary sells a little $7 glycolic acid. I take that, I put it on a cotton pad, and I detox. Every time I get out of the shower, I put it on the pits.
I think I need to start doing that.
That literally, that's half. Honestly, I could just do that some days and I'm fine. But if I know I'm going to be out and I really need to have an extra layer, I do the Ordinary and then I put the Lumi on top of it. But I've been wearing the Lumi to sleep also, and they say it works better in your sleep.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do some experiments this year.
Yup, and chlorophyll. Drink your chlorophyll water. I've been an advocate for chlorophyll water for years. It literally is like it's an internal deodorant. Like it literally just solves every problem. So I think those 3 actually, when I think about it, those 3 in conjunction work perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, me and water have kind of been ops because I've been peeing like a horse, and I'm so over it. Like I done put the lemon, I done put the water, and the thing is, I've been like in my daily set of statement of work. I freaking I had tea on there. I was drinking peppermint and spearmint tea for the past 2 weeks. I've been on
Mm.
the toilet more than I've been standing. Let's just say that. There was
Oh,
a point where I was sitting on the toilet for 30 minutes just peeing off and on. And then I realized caffeine and tea, it makes you pee. So
yeah.
that was a little wow, okay. But yeah, I've like me putting salt in water, I was pissed off. Like I was like, I don't want to taste this. But like I'm trying everything, like even right now I have to pee. Like it's just not fun over
That's
here.
crazy. Whenever I put salt in there, it literally like I just do a dash of salt and I literally don't have to pee anymore. That's
Oh,
crazy.
I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
But yeah, water's my biggest thought, but I'm fighting it. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying, but I'm not
Girl,
succeeding.
same. Literally same.
I
Literally
I
same.
couldn't even imagine drinking that much because if I did,
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've been taking some vitamins and they got hella biotin in them, and biotin sometimes breaks me out. So I have
oh,
to drink this much.
mm, yeah,
Just so
you've been
just
having
so
that
I
bottle.
don't. This is half a gallon, and this is as much as sometimes I don't even get the full way down, but I really be trying to lock in.
Yeah,
Between that and the gym, I'm like, bro, how do people do this?
bro. Midway through my freaking cardio, I'm like, I gotta go pee. Like I'm so Dammy has. There's been several times in the past few months where Dammy has had to pull over to the nearest gas station so I can go pee. Like I once I turned 25 and this bladder just stopped working. I don't know what's going on.
Man,
I don't know
you
what's
don't.
going
We just don't get everything forever. Clearly.
But let's get into some why would you say that. But before we get to that, do want to talk about the TikTok ban. I do know I've seen so many TikTok girlies on YouTube like oversaturating. It's like you're not even that good at long form content. I know everybody has their something, but I do think some people's something is short form content. And I'm
Mm,
like, dang, I'm so sorry to you. Cause them views versus the short form content views, not equal. Not equal at all.
you know, I joined Red Note. I did.
I won't be
And
doing
and I told my mom I joined Red Note and she said, get off them people's app.
that.
I said, why would you say that for one? Two, people are like, you couldn't read the terms and conditions. And they're right. I don't know why I did that. But to be honest, I hadn't already made a few posts and they kind of popping off. So I'm about to be a Red Note influencer. I'm about to learn Mandarin and get in my bag. If y'all see me on Red Note not speaking English, don't be surprised. Like I'm telling y'all now. Go follow me on Red Note. How about that? Link in the link tree if you're willing to potentially give up your data. Listen, I don't know. Here's the thing. I just got notification right now from Red Note. It's all in Mandarin, so I don't know what it says, but I'm gonna go check it when we're done. I literally don't know what it says. It took me 30 minutes to figure out how to put a profile picture up. But regardless, it's a great app.
Okay, I'll give it
It's
to
been
you.
good. It's been good so far.
I will live vicariously through you because I literally my attention span does not need another app. It's gotten so bad I started playing Sudoku. So yeah, yeah.
You know, if it gets, it's not to the point where like TikTok where I'm addicted to it, but
Because
if
you
they
can't even
really
read
do
apps.
if they do ban it on the 19th, I will be upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this weekend to save all my recipes.
Girl, okay, I found this app called Faves. I've been using that to download everything.
I did also. I saw an app. It's like they was hearing me.
It probably
Uh,
was.
it's called Recipe, and basically you can use all of your favorite recipes and put it into one thing, which is like, I mean, I guess I can just use my notes app for that, but like it doesn't have any ads. So I
Um,
honestly, whatever we can to preserve all the TikTok stuff, like Dammy's. Dammy's been saving all of his favorite TikTok videos just to like watch on the airplane and stuff. I always thought it was dumb. No, he was on something.
he was thinking ahead, and I should have been doing that because I have 17,000 saved videos.
Oh my, I don't think mine is that high, but I do. It's gonna be a weekend. Let's just say that it's gonna be a weekend on TikTok.
17,000. Half of them is just things that, you know, when it's late and you're delusional and everything's funny and you're like, oh, this is the funniest video I've ever seen. So you bookmark it. I guarantee you 80% of it is that. So now I got to go through the fluff to get to the important stuff. And now I can't even find what I need to find.
Some of them is makeup tutorials because I have one way to do my makeup. What two? Okay, I have 2 ways to do my makeup, but I'm always going to that one. I have so many makeup routines saved. Mind you, some of them are like, girls don't even look like me. Girl, you can't use it. You can't use that. Why did you save that? She's 7 shades lighter than you and she's 14 shades darker than you. Why would you save that? But like also like I really want to get into bronzer. I was so scared to use blush. Danae put me on the blush and I was like, okay, she was on some. I really want to get into bronzer. I really want to try bronzer.
That girl. I'm not gonna lie. Every single makeup item eats. Like once you use it all in conjunction, I'm still not into eyeliner or eyeshadow. I'm not that grown yet. Maybe I'll get there one day. I just can't get a straight line across that eye. But when everything is put together, like every piece plays its part for sure.
It's just how to use it and it so that it'll look crazy.
And learning your face.
Learning my face. Yeah, I've learned my face with everything I have now. I'm like, okay, we can get into some bronzer. We can.
Experiment.
Yeah. Experiment. But Mom, let's get into a few of our why would you say that's on Twitter. Let's see. I sent a few to Denasia. Let's see here. Told my younger sister's friend that I was 26 today, and her immediate response was, "You still look very young, though."
And I hate that. I really do because I feel like once you hit a certain age, everyone just classifies that as pushing 30.
30. Like, that's what Joy says every time we get on a FaceTime call.
Like, can we enjoy these years? These are our years.
These are our years. Are you kidding? Pushing 30? But and the thing is, it's hard because I'm trying to reprogram my mind to be like, you're not 30, girl. You're literally not 30. You're 25. Be 25. Huh?
But not only that, it's like part of me is I'm also excited for 30. 30, 40 and driving.
When I heard 30 is just the a richer version of your 20s with less stress, hey, perfect.
Sign me up. Please.
Having money, bro, like that's what I need my 30s, but I'm in no rush because I like who I am at 25. I like this number. But don't categorize me as no 30-year-old, huh?
Bro, younger siblings in general, they will humble you. Somebody said, "What a broke man always got," and someone replied, "One of y'all pregnant?"
Why would you say that?
Come on.
That was low. That was really low, actually. That was a low blow because their sperm impregnates so many of the community.
The funniest part about that tweet is it said tweet not found. So I screenshotted it and it must have been someone deleted it because he probably got ate up on the TL.
Because, I mean, but it's hard because when you get ate up, there has to be a hint of truth somewhere. And they did kind of eat because broke men have so much time on their hands. Yeah, they can talk like a snake. They can talk like a serpent in the apple tree. That's how they be talking. Talking y'all straight out of them underwear. Or if y'all don't wear underwear, your jeans. And then...
Who is raw dogging jeans out here?
Just know somebody very close to me does it.
Bare cooch on denim is crazy.
That's why I had to be inclusive. But broke men should never laugh.
People should never laugh.
And they do. Now you do have to be on YouTube for this, unfortunately, but it says men's short sleeve tucked polo shirt for $25.64. Whatever image you have in your head, you don't have it. Because this is what it looks like. Where's the buttons at? How do you take that off?
Bro, imagine being with a man and he take his pants off and he has on a bodysuit. Yeah. We both have on bodysuits and he can't get his button undone.
Oh, I'm about to pee. Okay. We gotta wrap this up because I gotta go pee. Okay, let me.
Wait. No, this one's crazy. This lady on TikTok said her mother used to pick up KFC for the family on the way home from work, and then eat the skin off during the drive. She grew up thinking KFC chicken just doesn't have skin.
She knows she wrong for that. What? I mean, the skin is good, but be skinning it down on the road.
To skin the chicken on the road and bring home just the bones.
Oh, I gotta go pee.
Like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so crazy. I saw a post that literally just said die light skins. And it's just them run. It's like the emojis and like fire and guns. It's like, why would you post that? Like die, and then somebody commented said live light skins, and then it's like somebody running with flowers. Like this is just so unserious. Like Twitter definitely can't ever go away. Like if we had Twitter and TikTok go away,
oh my god, I would lose it.
Oh, that's hard. I think that's real hard.
Lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, some girl posted a picture of her, and she's pregnant, and she goes, "Funny story. I'm a surrogate, and the parents backed out 8 months in."
I saw that. Funny. That's actually. I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing at all.
That's scary. That
the parents back. Is that even allowed? That can't be legal. Are you kidding me? That baby would be on your doorstep the second I poop it out.
Or the firefighters. Either way, that baby's not coming home with me.
Not with me.
Give me that money. Give me that money on so I can go to Puerto Rico. Like, I'm not.
What? Where's
no?
Oh, I'd crash out. That's insane.
Are you nuts?
In this day and age, there's a war on wombs. What are we talking about?
Oh my gosh, there is. All that literally, like, the bellies be getting so big. There was this lady, I think she was having 7, 8 kids in that belly, and it looked nuts. It looked like aliens in there. It was so big, moms. It was like rotund. Like, and you don't just use that word. Like it was like a rotund belly. And it's like whoever did that to you wants to murder you because.
Bro, my favorite thing is those tweets where it'll show like a couple that just be popping kids out, and they be like, "Oh my god, can he get off her?" Like those are my favorite tweets because y'all are on number 8.
And the thing is, not the only people I could understand, but like the family vloggers, every time she gets pregnant, that's cha-ching. Do you paying for the baby by having a baby? Like, now you do got to take care of it, but you also can afford nannies now. You know what I'm saying? You're good.
Speaking of why would you say this, there was one tweet that I saw that was like, imagine being a content baby and like everything you're experiencing life, and literally there's a camera in your face for the first time, like you're doing everything. And I was like, bro, I just know in about 15, 20 years, them documentaries are about to go stupid.
Crazy, bro. And we go like I don't really watch family vloggers. I
watched like the Henrys, yeah, and the two with the twins.
All of the Henry of Infinity War Avengers family, like all the Henrys and the sister and the twins, and yeah, I watch those because like the babies are cute, they're cool. It's not like they overexploit their babies, you know. It's fun, it's cute. They do it well. I don't think I've seen people do it that well, where it's not that they're not overexploiting them, and it looks like the kids are having fun.
The kids damn near set up the camera. But when you get into, I feel like it's almost like the white YouTubers, because the LeBrant family, the Blondies, yeah, that one feels nasty. That one feels like it's definitely like, no, you need to sit down and get on your Zoom and
learn this dance now.
Thank you. Learn this dance. Yeah, that one's scary.
Yeah. But we do have one question from calls from the request line. Again, if you made it this far, comment a unicorn on the YouTube comments. But also, please send in your comment suggestions. we want to give y'all some advice. So please send it into the free suggestion box. But the question for today is urgent. Howdy. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm trying to raise money for a mission trip, $3,500. And I was wondering if y'all had any advice that I could use to raise the money. Context, I'm a college student and I am not wealthy like the rest of my peers.
Girl, man, who are you telling? I mean, college is for realizing that a lot of these people got money and you did not know that. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand. We have a couple ideas. You could, if you haven't already thought of these,
Yeah.
you could try selling clothes on Depop. That one
Mm-hmm.
is a big one. A lot of those girlies, as long as you say that the item is vintage, the shit gonna sell. So just go ahead and put vintage in that title. Also monetizing your hobby. If you crochet, if you art, if you bake, finding ways to make money off that can really help.
Yeah.
And also if you're doing if well, you said you're going on a mission trip, if you're able to raise money through your church, or also raising money through your school, if you go to like a Christian, or a if your institution is religious, also try raising money through them.
Yeah.
What else, moms?
I would also say Notion templates. I do know this takes a little bit longer and it's not very quick money, but I think long term, let's say maybe the mission trip doesn't happen this year, you know what you need to do it long term, maybe next year. I think Notion templates, if you are good at that stuff, or just selling templates on whatever you're good at, I think would be a good skill or to get some money. And then also Uber Eats, Instacart. When I need to pay my mortgage, not my mortgage, my car insurance during the pandemic, I didn't have no job. Instacart was my best friend. Now it was rough. It was a lot of driving. It was a lot of addresses and stuff like that. But I made money, and it was quicker money too. I'm not sure how it works now, but like as long as you have a car, you better lock in with a Uber Eats, Grubhub, all the things. I'll actually sign up for all the apps because you can make some money. It's gonna take some time, but you can make some money on those apps.
And also on that note, I just thought of this one. If you can do any type of like product testing or
Mhm.
surveys in your area, some of them pay a lot of money. So I recommend also looking into that depending on where you live. They have them in person. I'm blanking on the name of the ones that
That's
I've done.
good because you put me onto it too. I'm just gonna say survey in my because I know it's definitely here. Because we need to put y'all on because I definitely a man came to my house. Two men came to my house. I talked to them about eggs and how they made me feel, and they gave me like $250.
Light
Like
work.
very much light work.
Sago. Sago is a good one. You can go through that.
I
What's
just try to
the
type in eggs.
Sago? They do give money in the form of a gift card though. So
Hmm.
what you could do is whatever money you're spending on like groceries or something, put on the gift card, and then you could use that money instead to put towards your trip.
Yeah,
Um,
it's called L&E Opinions by L&E Research.
yeah,
Put that there, sign up. I promise you, you're not going to regret it.
yeah, and you literally just sign up for everything, and they will reach out to you if you qualify for one of them, and you're getting at least $100. So
Minimum, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, y'all, this
hey,
was our January update episode, and we will see you guys for our Patreon episode as well as our RBT episode. And we hope
yeah.
you enjoyed Sidoni's episode because we've been holding that secret for some time, bro.
Oh my gosh, we were very excited, and I literally like we were so gagged that Sidoni even listened to us to begin with. So shout out to Sidoni, we love her. That was literally one of our favorite episodes. You guys will see we have some really amazing guests this season, and we're just very hyped. So
Yeah, and
you
Sidoni's
y'all.
episode was our first PG-13 rated R episode.
I was gonna say, girl, we didn't broke the PG-13. We was giving rated M
Sure.
for
Okay.
mature. Yeah, that was the first time we've ever talked about like sets ever on the podcast. And
Yeah.
we didn't even plan on that. It just happened. And I feel like that was the best thing for us because had it not, we would have been overthinking. We would have been like in our head about how to go about it and like, da da da, rah rah
Yeah.
rah. But since it just happened naturally, I feel like it happened the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, and literally, if we could show you guys the outline, there was not. I don't even. I can't wait to watch it back to figure out how we pivoted to those conversations.
I literally was thinking that. I said, how do we get to that point? Because the outline was about inspirational careers, and we ended up on coochies. Not sure how we got from point A to Z, but it worked out, and I feel like we had such a good time. And Sidonia was the best. She was so like chill and just like open. Like it literally made it so easy to just transition into that. So
yeah. I think it was the biggest sex store in America that started it.
Yeah.
How did we get there? I don't know. She started talking about college, and then you guys DM us, and we can talk about it. In the pajama party. We can talk about it in the pajama party.
Yes, you guys gotta listen by the pajama. Deadline pajama party. Listen to Sidonia's episode and come ready with y'all stories.
Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.